Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today. We're going to go ahead and get started. You can still be grabbing your coffee and finding your seat, but we do have a full agenda, so I'd like to get moving along. My name is Deborah Elliott, and I am the BayREN representative from Napa County, and I'm very happy that you could all join us for this forum on improving energy efficiency in existing residential buildings. And Edgar. So a couple, before we kick things off, I want to point out a few housekeeping items. The exits, as you can see, there's the one that you came in, and there's also one at the back. Bathrooms, if you go out and turn right, you'll find the bathrooms. And then food is in the back, coffee's on the side, and recycling and compost and trash are also in the back. For the webinar, please submit text questions into the question pane of the control panel, and you can send your questions at any time during the presentation, and we'll address them during the question and answer session at the end of the presentation or during the panel session at the very end. So each presentation is going to have a 5-minute or so question and answer, and then at the end we'll have all the panelists come up and we can ask questions to all of them, more specific questions. So if you're in the room and you do have a question, please raise your hand and then wait for a microphone, because that helps the webinar, people on the webinar hear us. It's still not. Okay, and now I'm going to take just a couple minutes to introduce BayREN. We have representatives from the 9 Bay Area counties, and there we go. And if they could stand up in the room, that would be great so everyone can see them. Thank you, and they're waving and they're standing up. If you need to know who your representative is, you can come find me and I'll find them, or just talk to one of the friendly people who have a different name tag, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have about BayREN. So BayREN is a government organization that works on a regional scale and focuses on climate solutions around energy, water, and resiliency. BayREN's been in operation for about 6 years, but local governments have been working on these issues for much longer. BayREN builds on the experience and knowledge of local governments to address critical needs, fill service gaps, and establish innovative solutions. We cover the 9 Bay Area counties and implement a suite of programs that serves 20% of California's population. There we go. Here's our programs. We have the single family program, which is a rebate program, an incentive program, and then the Bay Area Multifamily Building Enhancement Program, also known as BAMBI. Commercial Pay for Performance, which is coming online very soon. The Water Bill Savings Program, and the Codes and Standards Program, which is what we're here to talk about today. Codes and Standards has 2 areas of effort. One is compliance improvement, and the other one is policy. And I'll go into some of our programs in a little bit more detail. One of the ones we thought would be interesting to the group in the room today is the Municipal Zero Net Energy Assistance, and this is technical assistance, so there's no cost engineering analysis, and that's to help local governments explore what it would take to get your municipal buildings to zero net energy. And then there's also template language. There's also the e-permit tool, which is an online tool that provides information and permit forms for 3 of the most common types of home projects: replacing a hot water heater, replacing the roof, and adding new windows. And the web address is at the bottom. You'll also get an email after this with the slides from the presentations today, so you can visit later and you don't need to write that down. One of the other things we offer for local governments is free in-person energy code trainings. The new one is heat pump hot water heaters, which is really exciting. And then we have a lot of different trainings. So if you work for a building department or know someone who does, you can talk to them about these trainings. They're really great, and they're available for free. As I said before, all presentations and materials will be emailed to you and are available on our lovely website, but you'll get an email later. This is my disclaimer. The views expressed in these presentations are those of the author and do not necessarily reflect the position of the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, or the jurisdictions that BayREN represents. Any questions pertaining to the views and information in the presentation should be directed to the authors. Here is today's agenda. As I said, we've got a busy morning ahead of us, but we're very excited. We've got some great speakers. We've got some outside Bay Area speakers. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. There's our